Hey guys, this is Sophie and I'm back with Parallel Lives, the series where we follow two originally identical families to see where their wants and decisions take them. So in the Red family, we left off with Molly being super pregnant and Carl chasing that woman he met at the bowling club. And he just had a long night out with her last time, so now I'm gonna let him sleep and miss the carpool. In the Yellow family, Carl has the day off and today he's thinking about gaining a skill point and throwing a party, which is very nice of him as today is Anita's birthday. And after hanging around the Red family, it's so wholesome to see that the Yellow parents keep her birthday in mind. So this Anita acquired all her toddler skills already, so today we can simply focus on making her as happy as possible. Red Carl arrived home and poor Anita was in her crib all day because Molly's just too tired and pregnant. She wants to learn talking, but none of her parents thinks about teaching her that skill, so I'm not sure we will have the full basic skill set like for Yellow Anita. I really want to lock that promotion one for Carl, so it's time to invite his new crush on a date. He's just gonna tell Molly that he's going out bowling with his new friends in town, and it's sort of true, and in the afternoon it's also less suspicious. In the Yellowstone household, everything is ready for Anita's birthday, even the landlord came to celebrate with the family. Oh wow, I didn't even know there's a cutscene for birthdays. I have to admit, I never throw birthday parties to my Sims. Wait, did you hear that? Yeah, this was my first guess. Thanks, ACR. Honey, you're as hot as the mac and cheese I burned the other day. Not long after her father went out, Red Anita grew up, and of course no one bothers throwing her a birthday party. But as a gift, she got a nice pink princess bed, and that's all, because she will soon share this room with the newborn baby, and we need space. So she really wants to make her first friend, but she's rather shy, so I'm really curious about how her social life going to turn out in school. Whether she will get to know multiple kids or just have one BFF, I can't wait to see. Also, and we can see this in her wants too, that now that she's older, she can really feel the absence of her father and get even closer to her mom. Oh my god, must you always talk about woohoos in front of her? Meanwhile at the bowling club, Carl and Amy shared their first kiss and started to have a crush on each other. But right after that she also refused the flirty interaction, so I guess she's just playing hard to get. Also, as you can see, she's a family sim, so maybe that's why she's trying to be careful with Carl. It's past tense, so it would be nice to go home to his family, but he wants a dream date and also to take Amy out dining, so who am I to alter his wants? Molly only wants Anita to be an A+ student, but Carl is a bit more ambitious because he would like to send Anita to a private school. So at this point I guess you know what kind of announcement comes next. I installed a mod for more realistic education, which mainly means that it's not only enough to get into a private school, but the family will also be charged a tuition fee each day, so it's also a big financial burden to stay there. And with a new baby on the way, Carl really needs to work hard if he wants to pay for all of this. In the Yellow household, only Carl has this plan to send Anita into private school. Molly rather focuses on herself and the new baby she's planning to have. Just as Red Anita and every kid in general, Yellow Anita is also very excited about making new friends, and she's also a bit afraid of not being smart enough and losing a grade. Which kind of makes me think that it's always the smartest kid who worries the most. Okay, so Red Molly is in labor and Carl is still hanging out with Amy. You know, I wouldn't be in his place when he gets home. So please welcome Rose in the family, and just like that, Red Anita now has a little sister. And this can be good because if things get worse around their parents, they can still count on each other. But Anita can also end up neglected and jealous of Rose. So again, I keep repeating myself, but I can't wait to see how her childhood turns out. After a wonderfully romantic night, Red Carl finally decides to go home at 4 o'clock in the morning. Of course, after giving birth to Rose, Molly stayed up and waited for Carl to get home, just to greet him with an ultimate arguing session. So today will be very exciting for both families as this is Anita's first day in school and she's preparing herself already. And in the background, it seems like Carl is also trying his best to make things right. Uh-oh, Amy left some flowers in front of the door. Now what I usually do is that if he gets to the door first, for whatever reason, he can hide the evidence. But if Molly goes out before him, she finds and reads the card, so Carl ends up in trouble. Okay, so the carpool is here for him, so he can throw the flowers away, saving himself from a major conflict. And it was really close because Molly just decided to take out the trash a minute later. While everyone is away, Molly starts planning the dinner with the headmaster to get Anita into the private school. Yellow Anita is also preparing for her first day at school with excitement. Her mom focuses mainly on gaining skill points for herself, but Carl has a plan to get her into a private school too, so this day will be pretty similar in the two families. Carl is not even a neat person, but he takes the trash out every single day. I truly respect him for that. So the yellow family is a bit more lucky because Molly's cooking skill is higher here, so she can prepare pork chops, which is one of the favorite plates of the headmaster if I'm correct. So that is going to give us a solid 40 points or so, I hope. Anita arrived home with one of her classmates, so let's try to befriend her while Molly is taking a nap to be in an outstanding condition when the headmaster arrives. Her classmate refused playing with her, so she decided to play alone with the dollhouse instead, and in the meantime I'm preparing cards to greet the headmaster who arrives in 30 minutes. Red card was promoted, so again there's a place for cheating thoughts in his head. But first Anita wants some help with the homework and he is willing to help her. Okay, so Carl didn't have the time to dress up properly, but at least the bills were paid. Let's start with a house tour and then we can have dinner. Carl did everything he could to impress the headmaster, but I'm not sure that this is the kind of impression he was looking for. The headmaster arrived to the Yellowstone household as well, so let's impress him with the dinner first. So Anita's classmate ended up eating the headmaster's plate, and after all the turmoil, he ended up dining on the roof. But at least the view is good up there, right? Okay, let's move on to dinner. Molly, please. The headmaster is here to get an impression about your family and you fall asleep at the table. Yes, let's talk about how you told her to learn and stuff like that. Much better. Okay, I'm not sure you should also tell him about your affairs, Carl. Anita, come join dinner because if it's up to your parents, you're not getting anywhere. The headmaster does not think that this family should be associated with a private school. Well, honestly, me neither. Okay, so after the room tour in the Yellowstone family, we only need 6 more points. Oh my god, this is getting worse and worse. If there's anything I never understood about private schools is that how can you not bore the headmaster to death? Anyway, after the headmaster left, the parents decided to derive the tangent with trying for a baby, so we better leave them to it. Rose started crying in the middle of the night, so now Anita has no better option but to sleep on the couch. We also have a mysterious visitor here and the clown is ringing on the door, so Molly ends up finding the vase. But she knows nothing about Amy and this vase did not come along with a card as the flowers do, so she might think that this is just some unexpected gift or a mistake by the delivery person, so she just puts it aside hoping that she can keep it because we saw that she is really a money-oriented person. It's also an interesting difference to note that while Yellow Carl already has a friend in the flat, here the neighbors keep complaining about the family. I woke up Yellow Anita in the middle of the night to finish her homework because she really wanted to, and then she can sleep as long as she wants in the morning. And the plan for today is to go out and buy some yellow clothes for her, and as Carl is working today, she will go out with her mom as soon as they woke up and had breakfast. Carl is super ready for his promotion and Molly is ready with the pancakes, so let's eat first and then they can call a taxi. Red Molly rolled the 1 to get a job and honestly I expected this a bit sooner considering how interested she is in work in general. She's also into fashion, so I would be happy to get her a job in that career, but I don't want to use cheats to get it because I think it's quite realistic that you can't just find and get a job only because you're interested. You also have to be lucky to be at the right place at the right time to have an available position. The Yellowstone family arrived to Blue Water Village and their first thought is to play chess just because it's available, so let's do it. Before going home, they can also stop by the grocery store, and let's not forget that Anita still misses her outerwear because unfortunately they didn't have enough money to buy everything. So right after Molly and Anita went shopping, Kyle arrived home early thanks to a chess card and he also got a promotion, so now he's a junior executive. And his first thought is to visit his neighbor and friend Danielle to tell her about the promotion, I guess. So once again, his wants are fulfilled with the career requirements, so let's also befriend the landlord, and with the extra money, we can finally renovate the living room. So Red Molly eventually found a somewhat suitable job in the political career, and she also rolled the 1 to go out shopping, which is exactly my plan for today, so as soon Carl arrives home, they go out together. Anita and Molly are gone and Carl plans to go on a date, so I think he can grab this opportunity to invite Amy over and have a date here at home. I love how she's sneaking around like she knows that the other Sims in the flat should not see her coming to Carl's house. So we invited her in, but she really wants to go out on a community lot. I guess she's a bit uncomfortable dating Carl in his own home that he shares with his wife. But let's try to achieve the dream day that Carl wants and then we can say goodbye to her. Anita and Molly finished buying clothes, but Molly suddenly wants to eat spaghetti, so I guess we can drop by a diner before going home. Red Car cleared his head out a bit with some chess, and please don't mind the layout, I know it's getting crowded, but what I wanted to say is that now he can focus on his career once again. However, Amy was very fast delivering her flowers, so again, if Carl has any reason to go to the door, he can hide it. If not, Molly will find it once she and Anita get home. Okay, so he was thinking about her, so feel free to disagree with me, but I'll take that as an urge to go out and see if she left something for him, and so he can get rid of the evidence before Molly arrives. And it was really the last minute because they've just arrived. And Molly wants a slow dance, so I think we can initiate that with Carl because I feel like when you spend the night with someone else, you feel this urge afterwards to be extra nice with your partner and try very hard not to be suspicious. The rest of the night was really calm in the Yellowstone household. Here, Anita already has a potential childhood friend, and she also got to know another girl while they were out shopping. For Molly, I'm gonna log this rent overdue fear considering their current financial situation after today's expenses. Starting school is a serious financial burden, even in The Sims. And Carl, he's dreaming about another promotion, and he has everything to get it. Maybe we will focus a bit more on his new friendship with the landlord tomorrow, but I would also want them to have a real family program together, so we will see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!